Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I want to talk about something that has been weighing very heavily on my heart for a long time. It's about children living with disabilities and the silent, painful discrimination they endure in our communities. I want you to imagine something with me for a moment. A mother carries her baby for 9 months. She prays for this child. She dreams about their future. She is filled with so much hope. The child is born, but this child is different. Maybe the child cannot speak. Maybe the child cannot walk. Maybe this child learns in a way that's different from others. And instead of receiving support and understanding, the mother hears whispers. She must have offended the gods. It's a punishment for something she did. That child is not normal. Just hide the child away. In many communities, not just in places like Nigeria, all over the world, disability is still wrapped in a thick blanket of superstition and misunderstanding. Some people truly believe it is a spiritual punishment. They call these innocent children names that should never be spoken over any human being. Families are told to keep them indoors, to hide them away, as if their very existence is a source of shame. But I need to say this as clearly and as loudly as I can. A child with a disability is not a curse. They are not a mistake. They are not a spiritual attack. They are human, fully human. Completely and wonderfully human. Let me tell you a short story. There was a little boy in my neighborhood, we'll call him David. David had cerebral palsy. His movements were slow and sometimes shaky, and his speech wasn't always clear to everyone. I saw how other children in the area would laugh at him. They would imitate the way he walked. I even heard some parents warning their own children not to associate too much with him, as if his condition was something you could catch. One afternoon, I went over and just sat beside him. He was drawing in a small notebook. His hands were shaking a little, but the drawing he was creating was beautiful. It was full of color and life. When he finally finished, he looked up at me and smiled. It was a kind of genuine, pure smile that could light up an entire room. And in that moment, I realized something profound. Sometimes, the real disability in our society is not physical. It's not about the body or the mind. It's a disability of compassion. It's a blindness to the humanity in others. Spiritually, I believe this with all my heart. God does not create errors. In the Bible, when people saw a man born with a disability, they asked, "Who sinned, this man or his parents?" But the answer they received wasn't about punishment. It was about purpose. It was about revealing something greater. Every single child carries a unique purpose. Every child carries a special light. The problem is never the child. The problem is the stigma. The problem is the prejudice that we, as a society, have allowed to grow. This discrimination shows up in so many ways. It isn't the children being denied a proper education because schools are inequipped or willing to accommodate them. It's in the families being isolated and judged by their own neighbors. It's in the communities that use cruel, dehumanizing words without a second thought. It is in the employers who will later refuse these individuals opportunities because they assume they are incapable. And sometimes, the discrimination is quiet. It's the constant stares. It's the way people look away. It's the heavy, uncomfortable silence when a child with a disability enters a room. But here is the good news. We can change this, and it starts with us. First, let's change our language. Words have power. They shape our reality. Let's stop using terms related to disability as insults. Let's stop describing things we don't like as lame or crippled. When we speak about people with disabilities, let's use person-first language. It's not a disabled child. It's a child with a disability. Their identity is not their condition. Second, let's educate ourselves and others. Let's challenge the superstitions and the old, harmful beliefs when we hear them. Let's share stories, like David's, that show the person behind the diagnosis. Let's replace fear with facts and compassion. Third, let's practice inclusion. Actively, intentionally. If you're a parent, teach your children to be kind, to ask questions respectfully, and to be a friend to everyone. If you see a family struggling, offer a hand, not a judgmental look. Smile, say hello. Treat them the way you would want to be treated. It's that simple. The worth of a person is not measured by their physical abilities, by how fast they can run, or by how clearly they can speak. Their worth is inherent. It's unconditional. These children are gifts. They teach us about patience, about resilience, about a different kind of strength. They show us what true, unconditional love looks like. Let's be the generation that breaks this cycle of stigma. Let's build communities where every single child feels seen, valued, and loved for exactly who they are. Thank you so much for listening. If this message resonates with you, please share this video and let's keep this conversation going in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Let's make a difference together.